Hey everybody, I'm Chris Wook. Earlier this year, we took a look at the Fluance Fi50. It was a pretty cool speaker, but the features were a little bit on the sparse side. Now, the Fluance Fi50 is bigger, louder, and does more stuff. Hey, that sounds pretty cool to me. Open up the relatively nondescript brown cardboard box, and you'll find the speaker and manual sitting together while an accessories box sits on the side. Inside this box, you'll spot the AC adapter and power cable, 3.5mm audio cable, and optional metal cleats and rubber feet for the bottom of the speaker. Like the Fi30, the Fi50 comes in 3 finish options. Unlike that speaker, all of them show off that the speaker is made of wood. We're looking at the Fi50 in Lucky Bamboo, but it's also available in black ash and natural walnut. No matter which finish you choose, the speaker is constructed using the same MDF material, so don't expect any difference in sound across finishes. The size of the speaker is probably all the indication you need, but in case you hadn't guessed, this speaker is on the heavy side, 13.4 pounds to be exact. This isn't meant to be a portable like the Bose SoundLink 3 or UE Boom, and Fluance embraces this right down to the metal cleats. Overall, the Fi50 has a nice look, though the vaguely retro aesthetic won't be for everyone. For my part, I like the look as much here as I did with the Fi30. Here it's even better thanks to the LED on the front of the speaker, which, along with the newly added controls, adds some much needed interactivity. The Fluance Fi50 uses Bluetooth 2.1 plus EDR, which can be off-putting to some, even though the companies using the older standards stress that no audio benefits are found in newer versions. Since the Fi50 is AC power only and has no battery, none of the power-saving benefits possibly offered by newer Bluetooth versions are an issue here either. When it comes to pairing, it's as simple as turning the speaker on. In fact, there's no option to manually enter pairing mode as there is with many speakers. Instead, the Fi50 has a reset pairing button on the back, just as the Fi30 did. Range is the standard 33 feet, and a 3.5mm jack is provided on the back of the speaker if you'd prefer to plug in. Looking at the buttons, a power button joins the pairing reset button on the back, but unlike the Fi30, that's not all there is here. A touch panel on top provides volume buttons, a button to adjust the brightness of the LED, and a selector button that allows you to dial in bass and treble EQ settings to your liking. Playback controls would have been nice, but for the price, we're not complaining. No speakerphone is included, so there are no controls for that, but honestly, it's kind of hard to imagine anyone using this type of speaker for calls all that often anyway. While the Fi50 doesn't have a battery, it does offer a 2.1 amp USB port on the back for charging mobile devices, which is always nice. While the Fi30 only extended down to 65 Hz, the Fi50 reaches down to 40 Hz. The difference is clear whether you're listening to bass-heavy hip-hop or rock, but the more the music pumps out the lows, the more you'll feel them. Bass guitar is rich and full without stomping all over the other instruments like strings and vocals. There's a nice body to the mid-range, and it generally sounds more balanced than the Fi30 since the mids don't need to make up for the lack of lows quite so much. Still, the same wide-open character we liked in that speaker is here too. Percussion detail that often goes unnoticed on a lot of speakers is here in full effect. The highs are backed off slightly to ward off harshness, but nowhere near as aggressively as we've seen in some other speakers. There seems to be slightly more detail on the highs here than the Fi30, but the difference isn't huge. Given the still relatively small size of this speaker, stereo separation is surprisingly good. Sitting with the speaker behind me as I took notes, a few spatial cues had me looking over my shoulder, which isn't something we see all that often. One of the bonuses of sacrificing portability is that the Fi50 can get seriously loud. You might not be able to fill an entire house with sound, but if you're looking for a speaker to provide the heart of a party, this will get the job done. For $50 more than the Fi30 at $200, the Fi50 is the clear winner. The difference is in how you think about it. Think of it less like a portable Bluetooth speaker and more like the modern equivalent of a boombox, only with better connectivity and way better sound. Then you're kind of on track for what this really is. We're giving the Fluance Fi50 an 8.5 out of 10. And that's it for this one, everybody. For all the details, see the full review over at SoundGuys.com. And if you want to stay caught up, sign up for our newsletter. Links to both are down in the description. Like the video, let us know, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm Chris Wook. Thanks for watching.